Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for coming this evening to the Northern Ireland Science Park to attend our EU referendum debate. First of all, my name is Geoffrey Peel. I run a little company called Quadriga Consulting that's organising this event this evening. I'm a small business owner, but I thought it'd be interesting as a small business owner to organise this debate because I think the debate hasn't really been very interesting so far, and I thought, well, why not invite some of the most important debaters on both sides of this argument here to Belfast, and I'm delighted to have some of those speakers here this evening indeed, and I'm going to introduce them very shortly. I should tell you that we are live streaming this event across the UK. In fact, internationally, we have had Forbes magazine, Bloomberg's, etc., tweeting vociferously about the event because there's a huge amount of interest right across the UK, obviously, but also internationally. We've got journalists here from Croatia, from Sweden. I know that many are watching the live stream as well. The live stream, if you want to watch it for any reason from the room, is euyourchoice.co.uk. For those of you who are watching on the live stream at the minute, please do communicate that URL, euyourchoice.co.uk, via Twitter, and try to get as good a debate and as interesting a debate as possible, not just here in this room, but also on the Twitter stream and the Twitterverse. I'd like to thank Yvette Shapiro, who has just run a half-hour live stream amongst this melee, but hopefully those in the Twitterverse were able to hear that as well. And thanks indeed to Yvette and to the Belfast Telegraph for being one of our media sponsors for the event this evening. I should also thank Equiniti Group for sponsoring the live stream. And just a few words about Equiniti, a company that's been in existence for about half a century, providing the technology and providing the business process services upon which many of the biggest brands and indeed government agencies in the UK and Ireland rely. And it's a company that is partially based here in Belfast, employs 300 people, no distance away from here in Airport Road West. I should also thank our other sponsors, Danske Bank, and also the Federation of Small Businesses. And I know that we have many small businesses represented here this evening. And also, as I mentioned, our media sponsors, Belfast Telegraph and Slugger O'Toole. Slugger O'Toole is one of the most important blogs in Northern Ireland and indeed in the rest of the UK, and has a vast readership. On the subject of the live stream and Twitter, please do leave your phones switched on. If you can put them on mute, ideally. But also, if you'd like to participate in the debate, we are using a hashtag which is EUYourChoice. So if you append that hashtag at the end of your tweets, you can, and indeed follow that hashtag, you can see what other people on the Twitterverse are saying about the debate and the event. I should also say that the live stream is being broadcast on the Belfast Telegraph website, as well as Quadriga Consulting, and also our dedicated EU Your Choice website. I should also thank Ipsos Mori, and one of the things, we're going to do a bit of an experiment here this evening, and it is only for fun, it's not a representative sample, but those of you who are in the room who have downloaded the app, it's an app called Me Too, and I think behind me here is the details that you need to use. And what we're going to do, and this is the meeting ID. So when you go in, you enter this meeting ID. For those of you on the live stream, the number to enter is 199-637-185. That's 199-637-185. So if you enter the app, or indeed go to that web page, we're going to vote now. I'm going to give you 30 seconds, roughly, to answer each question. And remember, it's those of you who are in the room who are tooled up with your mobile phones who would like to participate. And we'll give you 30 seconds to answer each question. So what we're going to do is do this at the start of the debate, and then we'll do it again at the end and see if we've influenced you. Now, one of the things the Federation of Small Business have told us is that many businesses don't really know how they're going to vote. So it's perfectly okay, if you haven't made up your mind, to say don't know at this stage, and hopefully by the end of the debate you'll be more tooled up with the information that you need. So I presume we're ready to go. So here, if you're ready to do the first question. So hopefully you can read that. You'll see it on your mobile devices as well. Thinking about the upcoming referendum on the United Kingdom's membership of the European Union, what would result would be in the best interests of your organisation. I think of your organisation. So should the UK leave the EU, remain, or not sure? So off you go. The countdown clock is there, and we'll hopefully see the results displayed at the end of this. A few seconds to go. Hurry up. Hurry up. That's it. So we should see the results displayed in just a second. So the result is 21.92% to leave the UK, and 58.9%, so the vast majority who have voted here at the start of this think that the UK should remain in the EU, and about 20% of you, 1 in 5 of you, not sure. Now, go on to the next question, please. So this is in terms of the referendum on the United Kingdom's membership of the European Union. What result would be in the best interests of the entire United Kingdom? So not thinking of your organisation, what would be in the best interests of the entire United Kingdom? So the poll is open, 25 seconds to go. Got a few seconds left. And we should be getting the results any second now. So again, well, a narrower majority there that the UK remain, and about 33% the UK should leave, and about 15% of you undecided. And I think we have one final question. We're going to just repeat those two questions at the end, but I think we have one final question for you. Does your organisation actively trade with EU member nations other than the UK? Obviously, because we're in Northern Ireland, so obviously you might trade with GB. We're not thinking about GB, we're thinking about other nations outside of the United Kingdom. So, yes, but the Republic of Ireland only. Yes, but other EU member nations. No, we're not sure. And just give us an interesting perspective as to what the makeup is of those of you who are voting. So, yeah, so quite a few of you actually do trade internationally, quite a lot with other member nations. About a fifth of you, just over a fifth of you, don't trade at all. What about those of you who say not sure? I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, so it's, as I say, just for fun only. It's not a representative sample, and indeed it may not represent the current polling at all, but it shows roughly the makeup of our audience this evening. So it shows that the pro-leavers are going to have to really go for it here. So here's the format. I'm going to invite each of our speakers to speak for approximately 10 minutes each. So each of them will have 10 minutes to address you and convince you of their particular argument. I'm going to interleave it. In other words, I'm going to start with a pro-leave speaker, Kate Hoey, and we're going to then go to Vernon Coaker, and then we will go to Owen, is that right? And then John. So if I could invite, or maybe just let me tell you a little bit about each of them. Owen Paterson, you probably all know, he's the former Secretary of State for the Environment, and indeed former Secretary of State for Northern Ireland. As you will know from the media, he's a vociferous pro-leave campaigner. Vernon Coaker is the Shadow Secretary of State for Northern Ireland. So we've got the former Secretary of State and the Shadow Secretary of State here this evening. We've also got Kate Hoey, who you will also know is a pro-leave campaigner, MP for Vauxhall, originally from Northern Ireland, and a former minister in Tony Blair's government from 1999 to 2001, where she indeed was Sports Minister. John Stevens, a strong campaigner for the European Union, indeed even for UK membership of the Euro, former Conservative MP, and founder of the pro-Euro Conservative Party, and indeed stood against Nigel Farage in the 2010 general election. So I'm going to ask Kate to join us first and speak just for about 10 minutes, and I will shake my hand vigorously at you, Kate, if you overdo your 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, Kate Hoey.